The Biden infrastructure bill allocated $7.5 billion to build electric vehicle charging stations all around the country. They have just started spending that money from the bipartisan infrastructure bill. And $7.5 billion on that, $7.5 billion on new charging stations should make a noticeable difference. It should make electric vehicles the smarter choice for millions of Americans. That will really help. But this, I mean, all this to say, it's sort of really finally happening. When it comes to trying to get America to transition away from gas-powered vehicles, we know what Ford is up to with the largest selling vehicle in America. That's going to be a big day for that tomorrow. We know what the Biden administration is up to with those infrastructure dollars already starting to flow. But what about the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer? What are they up to right now? Oh, right. Their eccentric CEO is shelling out an ungodly amount of money to buy a social media website. That seems like a great use of $44 billion. Tesla CEO, world's richest man, Elon Musk, has reportedly inked a deal to purchase the social media company Twitter. He's going to spend $44 billion to do it, and then he will own it privately. I know that when people start throwing around big numbers, like numbers with 3 commas in them, it can be hard to keep track of what any of it really means. But just consider this just in this context. I mentioned the bipartisan infrastructure bill allocated $7.5 billion for EV charging stations for the entire country. Elon Musk is spending nearly 6 times that amount to buy a website where people can write stuff in 280 characters. Elon Musk buying Twitter says a lot about the priorities of people at the highest levels making decisions that could affect the fate of the planet. But of course, it also raises a lot of questions about what will happen to what is perhaps the most influential social media company in the world at a time when authoritarians, insurrectionists, and rogue petrostates are weaponizing disinformation online in a way they've never done so before. Elon Musk says he is buying Twitter to save free speech online. And what he means by that is he wants to push back on efforts to moderate content on these websites. Well, why do these websites moderate content? And what does he want to do instead? What will it mean for our society and our democracy that one of the biggest social media companies in the world will only be accountable to that one guy and what he considers free speech?